Hello YouTube, Red Reptiles here with another video. And today's video is actually a little bit different. It does not involve reptiles. It is still animal related, and it involves something that is inside the reptile room. As you can see right behind me, Buster's perch has been moved from its original area to a corner in the reptile room. Not my favorite spot for it, but we had to make some space for something that I actually owned previously for a long time, gave it away for a little bit, and then actually got it back. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get started. So to give a little bit of context before I go ahead and reveal what I am talking about, I have always kept this kind of, enclosure, kind of animal throughout my entire life. I've always loved this, and that I'm talking about is an aquarium. I, for the longest time, have had a 75-gallon aquarium inside my bedroom. If you guys have followed me on Instagram, or I've also highlighted it a little bit across my YouTube channel, I have had African cichlids, Oscars, angelfish, mollies, platies, sailfin mollies, guppies, all sorts of different fish. I even had striped tilapias. I've had different catfishes, different plecos throughout my life. I've also owned different kinds of exotic fish. And I had a 75-gallon in my bedroom for about 4 years. And then before that, I had one for a little bit longer, but that original one actually popped, so I had to go ahead and get this one. The tank that I'm going to show you is the one that I had recently. I gave it away to my cousin because he has 2 little daughters and they wanted a fish tank. So I was like, let me go ahead and give them this tank. I didn't really have much use for it. I only had 1 Oscar in there. So he went ahead and got that tank, cleaned it out, used all the filtration, everything that I had, but he bought a special fish that I'll go ahead and show you guys here in a little bit. I just kind of want to show you guys the tank, show you guys how the reptile room is looking since that last video that you guys saw, and then give you guys a nice, introduction to this new animal to Ready Reptiles. So what I am talking about is this flower horn right here. His name is Nemo, and Nemo is, a little bit under a year old. He was purchased in March, so still got a long way to go, but since its original, arrival to my cousin, he has grown tremendously, and as you can see, he's got a very, very nice nuchal hump, which is that big blob that you see right there. So no, that is not his brain. No, he's not Megamind, but that is just kind of extra fat, probably some muscle in there as well, but I believe it's mostly fat that has just kind of, grown out there. So you can see what a beautiful fish. He is solo in this 75-gallon, and that's just because you guys know flower horns are very aggressive. They are an ornamental fish that is hybridized, so they create this kind of animal not very naturally occurring. I've heard there's things like viejas, different devil cichlids, things like that, Midases that are all bred into with parrotfish and things, and they create this hybridized version, which is the flower horn. So structurally, they grow that giant nuchal hump that you see there. It's also spelled K-O-K. I will not pronounce what K-O-K sounds like because it sounds like something inappropriate, but that is also what it is called. And as you can see, he's got great structure, great fin growth, and just overall a very beautiful, looking fish here with this nice 75-gallon all to himself. I want to talk a little bit about the filtration here. What I have going on is this Fluval FX4 canister filter. We got the intake coming up here, which is that thing down there, and then the out, which pushes the water out. So it comes in through there, filters through the filter. Here we got Louis kind of exploring what's going on, and then it gets pushed right back out to the tank. This water is going to be very clean constantly because he's only 1 fish and has a very, very large filter. Originally, I had these 2 AquaClear 100s. They are amazing over the back hang filters, but they make a lot of noise, of course. And, I had this filter, and funny enough, the story is that I purchased that filter for this aquarium that was given to me by a friend of mine. And this tank actually has a crack down the middle because one day I went on a trip, came back, my dad said, hey, look, or he called me throughout the trip and said, this tank exploded in the garage, water all over the place. All the fish died except for 2 Oscars. And then I had spent just like $400 on this very, very good canister filter, which I did not know that it was working because I thought it got fried because it got sucked out of the air. So I gave it to my cousin just for fun, and he figured it out. And now it is filtering a 75-gallon, which is a lot more, powerful of a filter for this kind of tank, but it does the job well and does it amazing, and it'll keep it nice and clear. So I had those 2 filters originally. They still work. They're just dusty because they were kept in storage for this long time. I also have tons and tons of rock and logs and things that I have done. I have complete storage of rock in that bin, which are, all completely in storage now because I used to have African cichlids and stuff like that. I used to keep lots of mbunas, which is my favorite fish, to be honest, to keep because they're freshwater, but they have in the color like saltwater. But this flower horn is full of personality and a very awesome fish to have. So I just wanted to kind of touch on the filtration. We have a thermostat back there. We also have this little skimmer that my cousin bought on Amazon. Super cool, by the way. It just kind of skims the top of the water, has a small filter pad right there, and that just kind of cleans up the surface of the water. So any of that oil, any of the old food, stuff that he doesn't eat, maybe some poop, it'll get caught in there, and I go ahead and clean it up, of course. So I acknowledge that Buster's perch is moved over into the corner. The only advantage of it being here is that he's no longer in front of the door, so he can't really kind of squawk and bug people when they walk in the reptile room. And I can also move this perch because it is on wheels. So if I do need to get anything into the storage or get to the snakes right there, I can go ahead and move it out. Buster only spends the night in here, so I'm not really worried. Aesthetically, it does not look that good, but the only other option was there because I don't want it kind of in the middle of the reptile room because I like to kind of walk around and have some space. And then he was originally right here where this fish tank is now. So not too much more space in here, honestly, to fit a lot of more animals. But as you guys know, I like to keep majority of the stuff that I own outside because I like to deal with majority tortoises. And tortoises do amazing here outside in South Florida. So the only other option to put Buster in that corner, and as you can see, it's pretty much locked in. We got some discoid roaches that I breed for the bearded dragon and some of the other animals that eventually will eat that. But Buster's perch is there. Like I said in the last video, birds make a lot of a mess and not my favorite thing to be cleaning up after him, but I would do it if it was there or originally where it was anyways. I also wanted to note that I took some clips of us doing this project yesterday. I will throw that into the video and also throw in some early shots of this fish as well when my cousin purchased him originally. And I also want to say is that this was a very impromptu, fast kind of decision because I did not expect to get this tank back so quickly, but he wanted out of his house because they wanted to put a treadmill, believe it or not, in the place of this fish tank. So I was like, I'll go ahead and take it, and he wasn't going to sell it or get rid of it because he knows that obviously basically my property was just kind of on loan for him. My cousin and I are very close and we do this kind of stuff often. If I don't need something or he wants something, we kind of just interchange like that. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that, maybe give some shots of us feeding this fish. His name is Nemo, by the way, if I didn't already say that. And yeah, we'll wrap up the video. So we have these cichlid diet pellets here. I'm only going to feed him a little bit. Generally, I would feed every other day, but he is a very large fish, so maybe I'm going to start feeding every day just in small increments. So I'll go ahead and get a few pellets just to make sure that he's actually eating, and we'll drop them right here. See if he gets them. There he goes. The reason why I don't want to put too much is because we know we have that skimmer there and we don't want him to obviously be overfed either. We don't want to ruin the water quality as well. But like I said, he's a very large fish. He does eat a lot, and you know, frequent meals throughout the day is better than anything. So there you guys go, a shot of Nemo eating that food. And this is cichlid diet. I believe it's I think it's an H starts with the company. I don't know, I didn't buy this, my cousin did, but it doesn't really matter because I know that it's good quality food, probably has high protein and some color enhancing, you know, properties in the food. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, rate, comment, likes, and see my fellow herpers. I've also kept flower horns in the past. My ideal fish, like I said, are Mbuna cichlids or peacock cichlids, stuff like that. Things that I can put in a larger group with, you know, some structure and scape. But he's gonna be a cool kind of animal to highlight on the channel. We're gonna document his growth and show you guys his progress throughout time while he is here at Ready Reptile. So with that being said, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down below any videos you want to see. And for more daily content, check me out on Instagram and on TikTok. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.